Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day around here. This one's going out to Ruby Rod, I think from The Fifth Element. Love that movie. Wants to give shout-outs to Raju Mudar and Steve Tilley, who he sees on the streets of Toronto all the time. And also shout-outs to Marissa and Sean and Jose and Ben and Scott, all the EP crew. Yes, missed them all, love them all. But Ruby Rod, this rundown is all yours. Fore! Sony is finally bringing back one of everybody's favorite golfing franchises. They've announced a new Hot Shots golf video game simply titled Everybody's Golf. This is an all-new game promising to deliver the same three-click shot mechanic that fans are familiar with, as well as more character customization, new online modes, and side games like fishing and buggy racing. The last Hot Shots golf game was released back in 2011, so this marks the franchise's PS4 debut. The new technology means that this could be a hole-in-one. Here's where things might get a little confusing. The series has always been known as Hot Shots Golf in North America and Japan, but in Europe, it's gone by the title Everybody's Golf since the beginning. Since the new game is called Everybody's Golf in all markets, hopefully it won't confuse people who've never heard the title before. The new Everybody's Golf will hit the PS4 on August 29th. Grand Theft Auto Online is getting a blast from the past. Rockstar Games has unveiled a new stunt racing mode for the game called Tiny Racers, which brings an old-school top-down perspective to the game for the first time. All of the old Grand Theft Auto games used a top-down perspective up until the release of the first 3D title, GTA 3, so it will be interesting to see how modern gamers handle it. At the very least, this will make it more difficult to see where you're driving. Rockstar hasn't said if you'll be able to use the top-down view in the rest of the game, so right now, it looks like you'll only be able to use it for this one mode. Tiny Racers will come to Grand Theft Auto Online on April 25th. GTA Online is still raking in the dough for Rockstar, which is why they're still supporting it after almost 4 years. The studio's next big game, Red Dead Redemption 2, is also expected to have a robust online mode, although we're not sure if there will be any stunt racing on horseback. That rides into town later this year. Things are looking good for game maker Ubisoft. The studio behind big franchises like Ghost Recon and Assassin's Creed has opened up not one, but two new AAA development studios. The first is called Ubisoft Bordeaux, their fifth studio in France, and will assist with development on projects like Ghost Recon Wildlands, Just Dance, and the extreme winter sports game Steep. The second new studio is called Ubisoft Berlin and will work closely with Ubisoft's other German studio, Blue Byte, which creates the Anno city building games. Announcing the new studios could be Ubisoft's way of projecting confidence to their shareholders. Last year, they managed to fight off a hostile takeover bid by the media conglomerate Vivendi, which could once again try to take them over later this year. We're glad that Ubisoft is going strong, and we can't wait to see what the new studios have in the works. And in other news from Ubisoft, Steep is getting another new sport. They've released the latest batch of DLC for the game called the Winterfest Pack, giving players an all-new extreme mountain sport, the Winter Sled. The developers hope that this will give players a cool new way to go down the slopes, and the sled is accessible in the entire world map, so you won't be limited to certain areas. New challenges are also included in the DLC, as well as a zany assortment of character costumes and customization items, which are sure to distract your fellow players. The Winterfest DLC is available now for Season Pass holders and will launch for everyone else in 2 weeks. It looks like Disney is wishing for a friend like Will Smith. The Suicide Squad star is rumored to be in talks to play the genie in the upcoming live-action Aladdin movie. Late actor Robin Williams memorably played the character in Disney's animated version of the Arab folktale, and even though Will Smith has great comedic talents, he's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to make his genie as well received. There's no word yet on who might play the new Aladdin himself, but we do know that the film will be directed by Guy Ritchie, making this his first family movie. It's just one of many live-action adaptations of classic Disney animated films that are currently in the works at the studio. Disney has had huge box office success with recent adaptations like Beauty and the Beast, and they're wishing that Aladdin will find them just as much treasure. Expect to see it in the next few years. Moviegoers won't be getting frightened by a new Insidious movie this Halloween. Universal Pictures has delayed the upcoming fourth film in the terror-inducing horror franchise. Insidious Chapter 4 was slated to jump scare audiences on October 20th, but has been pushed back next year to the cinematic graveyard month of January. Hopefully that's not an indication of the quality of the film. January is usually when Hollywood dumps their bad movies, although it's worth pointing out that this is slowly starting to change. Maybe Insidious Chapter 4 will be one of the first good January movies. We'll just have to wait and see. The iconic video game character Pac-Man might be borrowing an idea from another iconic video game character. Bandai Namco has filed a trademark for an unannounced new game called Pac-Man Maker. There's no description in the application, but from the title we can guess that this might be a game creation game like Super Mario Maker, giving players the ability to make and play their own Pac-Man levels. We're not sure if the Pac-Man style of gameplay is robust enough to warrant an entire Mario Maker style game, so they might be biting off more than they can chew. It's also important to note that filing for a trademark is no indication that a game is actually happening. We'll let you know if official announcements are made. The latest season of The Walking Dead has come to an end, but there's another new chapter in the zombie franchise to sink your teeth into. Telltale Games has announced that the fourth entry in their episodic game, The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, will launch worldwide on April 25th. Players can expect things to heat up for series hero Clementine and the Garcia family as the story builds to an epic conclusion in the upcoming fifth and final chapter. Telltale Games has loads of other upcoming titles based on popular media franchises. Their first Marvel collaboration, Guardians of the Galaxy, recently debuted its first episodes, and they're working on a new Game of Thrones adventure along with several other unannounced projects. That's our tasty rundown for today. You guys have yourselves an incredible weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday. Remember, we've got lots of other videos for you to watch all through the weekend. We'll see you then.